With the 31st pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Jonathan Mobo from the University of San Francisco.
Jonathan Mobo from the University of San Francisco. Gavoni, tell us what you like most about his game.
Jonathan Mobo only measures 6'6.5" at the combine barefoot, but he has a 7'2" wingspan, and he broke NBA team analytic models with his combination of rebounding, passing, and defensive playmaking ability.
With the 32nd pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Kyle Filipowski from Duke University.
Someone who can do a little bit of everything, handle, shoot, pass, can play multiple positions. Whatever the coach needs me to do, I'll do it.
With the 33rd pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Tyler Smith from Houston, Texas, and the NBA G League's Team Ignite.
Starting report on my game: switchable defender, weak side shot blocker, shot maker, and versatile on offense.
The Portland Trailblazers, with the 34th pick, selected Tyler Kolek out of Marquette. He led Division I in assists at 7.7 per game last year. Here's a little bit more about Tyler Kolek.
High IQ player with a great feel for the game, really shares the ball at a high level and creates shots for other guys in that way, and can really stretch the floor and shoot it.
With the 35th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Johnny Furphy from Melbourne, Australia, the NBA Global Academy in Australia, and the University of Kansas.
I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I grew up playing all my junior basketball in Melbourne. Growing up, early as I can remember, I've been watching LeBron James, just like a superhero pretty much. I wouldn't say I base my game off him. I think I'm a pretty unique player, but definitely players of that standard.
With the 36th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select Juan Nunez from Madrid, Spain, and Germany's
Juan Nunez sharing this moment with his family. The 36th pick here, getting his moment with Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum.
Juan Nunez is the most creative passer in this draft. Absolute maestro in the pick and roll. 6'5" in shoes. Plays at different speeds. Uses both sides of the floor.
With the 37th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Bobby Klintman from Malmo, Sweden, and Australia's Cairns Taipans of the NBL.
Bobby Klintman sharing this moment with his family here in the green room. Originally from Sweden, Klintman explains how playing in a pro league has prepared him for an NBA career.
I'm born in Malmo, Sweden. It's in the south of Sweden. Playing for the Taipans was just like a whole nother experience because it's a different country. You in Australia, it's very hot, great basketball, pro league. I feel like the NBL translates more to the NBA too.
With the 38th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select A.J. Mitchell from Liège, Belgium, and the University of California, Santa Barbara.
He's the first player drafted out of UC Santa Barbara since Orlando Johnson in 2012, Jonathan.
Malika, A.J. Mitchell is 6'4.5" point guard with excellent feel, operating out of pick and roll. Big West Player of the Year. Plays with excellent pace. Has a little Andrew Nembhard to his game with the way that he can put defenders in jail, who can use both sides of the floor.
With the 39th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Jalen Wells from Washington State University.
Jalen Wells from Washington State, selected 39th overall by the Memphis Grizzlies, taking his talents to the Memphis Grizzlies and sharing this moment with Mark Tatum.
Malika, this is one of the best stories in the NBA draft. He started his career at Division II Sonoma State, spent 2 years there, then transferred to Washington State, was barely playing to start the year, but his size and his shot-making versatility really pushed for increased minutes as the year moved on, and he had a monster showing in the Pac-12, made 42% of his threes.
With the 40th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Portland Trail Blazers select Osasare Ighodaro from Marquette University.
Oso Ighodaro, with his family, two-time All-Big East player. He played all 4 years at Marquette, and this past year he averaged career highs in points and in rebounds, having his moment with Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum.
With the 41st pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Adem Bona from Ebonyi, Nigeria, and UCLA.
Adem Bona, the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. He moved from Nigeria to Turkey when he was 13 years old. He grew up playing soccer, and he started playing basketball the same year he moved at 13. He's the youngest of 5 siblings. He's getting to share this with some of his family members in a clean double-breasted as he gets his moment with Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum.
With the 42nd pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select KJ Simpson from the University of Colorado.
KJ Simpson from the University of Colorado. Of course, his teammate Cody Williams went 10th to the Jazz. Tristan Da Silva went 18th to Orlando. He was an all Pac-12 first team selection. And we all remember, of course, when he hit the game-winning shot in the NCAA tournament against Florida. Jonathan, what impact is he going to have here for Charlotte?
Malika, KJ Simpson was, in my view, the best player in the Pac-12.
With the 43rd pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Nikola Juricic from Belgrade, Serbia, and Serbia's Mega Basket.
This pick, Nikola Juricic, is actually on the way to Atlanta. He was born in Belgium. He moved to Serbia when he was young. He represents Serbia on the senior national team. We actually have something in common. He says that he loves a good book in his spare time. His father played pro soccer. His mother played professional volleyball. Gavoni, he just comes from a long line of athletes. Here, Pele Larson, he went 44th to the Houston Rockets. The Sacramento Kings, they are now on the clock. And Nikola Juricic, Pele Larson, and then Jamal Shed here, picked 45th. Again, this pick is on its way to Toronto here.
With the 46th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the LA Clippers select Cameron Christie from the University of Minnesota.
Cam Christie from the University of Minnesota. This is pretty cool. Cam Christie going to the Clippers, where his brother, Max Christie, plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. So we're going to have a little maybe crosstown rivalry going down here in Los Angeles as he picks up his cap and has his handshake with Deputy Commissioner. This Orlando Magic pick, Antonio Reeves, is actually on the way to New Orleans. What is New Orleans getting here, Jonathan?
Malika, they might be getting the best shooter in this draft. He made 45% of his threes this year. He's a first-team All-SEC player. He scores really from all over the floor. He's not just a shooter. He carried Kentucky for long stretches of the season. I like this pick for New Orleans.
With the 48th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Harrison Ingram from the University of North Carolina.
Harrison Ingram, he says the way that he plays basketball is very methodical and it's strategy-based, and that comes from playing chess. He started playing chess as a kid with his dad. His grandpa taught his dad how to play, and that's just been passed down through the generations. He played his first 2 years at Stanford, this past season at North Carolina as an all-ACC selection this season. At Stanford, he shot 32% on threes and then up to 39% at North Carolina. Welcome back to the 2024 NBA Draft, where Tristan Newton was just selected by the Indiana Pacers. Tell us a little bit more, Jonathan.
Malika, back-to-back national championships for UConn. Most outstanding player at the Final Four. He ran Dan Hurley's offense to perfection, brought leadership, experience, made big shots, has good size at 6'4.5". He had an outstanding college career, and now he deserves to continue this in the NBA.
With the 50th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select Enrique Freeman from the University of Akron.
Enrique Freeman, the first player drafted out of Akron, Jonathan, since 1987.
Malika, this might be the best story in the draft. Enrique Freeman was not planning on playing Division I basketball. He enrolled in Akron as a regular student. He attended a walk-on tryout and impressed John Gross enough to earn a spot and slowly worked his way up into becoming the MAC Player of the Year. He started at the Portsmouth Invitational, then the G League Combine, and then the NBA Draft Combine, just making shots and impressing with his toughness all along. Had some outstanding workouts. This is one of the best stories of the draft.
Melvin Ajinka was just selected by the Knicks, but this pick is now on its way to the Dallas Mavericks, Jonathan.
Malika, Melvin Ajinka is a 6'8.5" wing who has dynamic shot-making versatility. He absolutely exploded last summer at the FIBA Under-19 World Cup, which I attended. He brings great aggressiveness on both ends of the floor. He had a very good season in Pro A France. This is an interesting stash pick for the Mavs here.
With the 52nd pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Quinten Post from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and Boston College.
Quinten Post headed to the Oklahoma City Thunder, Jonathan.
Malika, highly skilled 7'1" Dutch big man who had a great season in the ACC for Boston College, can stretch the floor, terrific feel for the game, can really pass, improved his defensive versatility this season.
Where Cam Spencer out of UConn is on his way to Memphis, as our Adrian Wojnarowski just reported. Jonathan, tell us a little bit more.
Malika, Cam Spencer played an enormous role in UConn's national championship. He's one of the best shooters in this draft. He has an elite feel for the game. He's incredibly competitive. He has instincts on both ends of the floor. He has toughness. He's one of my biggest sleepers in the draft. I just wrote this a week ago.
After the Boston Celtics just made their selection at number 54, drafting Antoine Watson out of Gonzaga.
With the 55th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James from the University of Southern California.
The anticipation has been building for weeks as to where we would hear Bronny's name called. This is a young man who had an unprecedented spotlight on him in his freshman year at USC, where he played 25 games. He missed the first 8 games of the season after he went into cardiac arrest on July 24th, 2023. He underwent a procedure to treat a congenital heart defect. To see him less than a year later be drafted is a feat I don't think we can lose sight of. He's, of course, the eldest son of one of the greatest players to ever play the game, LeBron James, and now we see the first ever father-son duo in the NBA. Kevin McCullough Jr. was selected by the Suns, but is headed, Jonathan, to New York.
Malika, Kevin McCullough was one of my biggest sleepers of this draft. 6'7", outstanding defensive versatility, competitiveness, feel for the game. He was going to be an All-American 2.5 months of the season until a knee injury derailed him. Kansas was almost 11 points worse per 100 possessions with Kevin McCullough off the floor. This is an outstanding pick.
With the 57th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Ulrich Shamshe from Bafang, Cameroon, and the NBA Academy Africa in Senegal.
Ulrich Shamshe, the first NBA Academy Africa to be drafted directly to the NBA. Jonathan, what do you see from him?
Malika, this is a monumental moment for the NBA Academy. I traveled to Prague in 2017 to watch the very first tournament that they played outside of the NBA Academy Africa setting. I could not envision a player getting drafted directly from there. After 7 years later, Ulrich Shamshe is a prototype for what we're going to be seeing coming out of this continent. in spades in years to come. 6'11", 7'4" wingspan, runs like a gazelle, guards everyone from 1-5, can pass, can stretch the floor. Yuri Shomshi, only 18 years old, the youngest player drafted, period. The sky is the limit for this young kid.
And thank you to all the NBA fans watching today. We look forward to the start of NBA Summer League in Las Vegas on July 12th. With the 58th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Ariel Hukporti from Frankfurt, Germany.
Ariel Hukporti, Jonathan, out of Melbourne United. Tell us a little bit more.
7 feet tall, the best rebounder in this